Hey guys and welcome to this tutorial. Today I will show you how to make a low polygon. For this tutorial I will improve the Glock AD that I created in part 1. If you haven't seen it, I put it in the eye in the top right. Step 1. Improvement. The Glock AD has hole for the charger and for the barrel. To do that, I like to use the boolean modifier. You just have to create an object that will have the shape of the hole you want to make. I will start with the barrel. You can create a circle that looks like your barrel like this. Extrude them until it makes the desired size. Make sure that the ends of the object are filled. If not, select all vertices and press F. You can rename it to recognize it later. Now select the object you want to drill. Go in modifiers and select boolean. In object, put the objects you just created, and in operation set difference. Now if you hide the object here, your hole should appear. Now you can just apply and remove the object. Step 2. Rigging. I will show you how to rig this weapon. First, you must have a single object. To do this, you select your weapon here and press A to select all the other objects. Your weapon must be surrounded by yellow and the others by orange. If not, try again. Now press Ctrl G to join objects. Okay, good. You will now add an armature by pressing Shift C to center the 3D cursor and Shift A, armature and single bone. Go in front view with 1 and press G to put it there. If you go in edit mode, you can move the head of the bone like this. You can add more bone by pressing Shift A in edit mode. I want to move 3 parts of the weapon, all the Glock AD, the trigger and the slider. Then I would have 3 bones. I put the new bone there for the trigger and there for the slider. Now select the Glock AD bone and go in bone there and rename it. Select other bones and do the same. Go in relation there and change the parent to Glock AD. Now select your weapon object, not the armature, and make shift right click to the armature. Press Ctrl P and select with empty grouped. Now select your weapon object and go in data there. In vertex groups you should have the name of your bones. Go in edit mode, select all your trigger by putting your pointer on the trigger and pressing L. Now in vertex groups select trigger and press assign. Now if you select your armature and if you go in pose mode, select the trigger bone, and if you move it, the trigger object should be moved with it. Now do the same for the slider. And for the rest, just select the Glock part and make the same. Step 3. Texturing. For texturing, you have 2 possibilities. Make different materials or by making an image texture. I will show you how to do with an image texture. First, you need to create the image. You can use GIMP or Photoshop. I will use GIMP. Just create an image 64 by 64 with transparent background. I will be inspired by the colors of this image. I'm gonna just create a square 32 by 32 with the color I want. I make the color for the slider, for the trigger, and for the barrel. You can put more color if you want. Export it. Now return to Blender. Create new material. Go in color and select the dot here. And choose image texture there. Now click on open and select your image texture. Select your weapon object. Go in edit mode. Select all by pressing A and press U. Select Smart UV project and OK. Now there, UV image editor. And here set your image texture. Now select this part of the weapon. In the image editor select it, move it on square color you want and resize it like this. Now your image has this color. You can do this for all the parts of your weapon. You can modify this image texture at any time. You can set here the viewport to texture for see the color on your weapon. And I think it's done. If you want to improve the weapon, you can create a magazine by making a hole with the step 1 and create a new object. If you have any questions or suggestions, say it in the comments.